Ooh, DJ Red.
Oh man, yo, we back with another one. Welcome to Controversial, man. It's your boy B. Thank y'all for appreciate y'all tapping in when y'all do, man, and I appreciate people that support the newcomers and constant supporters, man. We got returning guests, my boy JD in the house, man, and then we got a new guest, Houston's own, rapper GodBody Bingo, man. So we bring him in today, get everybody acclimated because it's gonna be a long journey, and y'all gonna hear his name a lot around the H and around a lot more places, man. So I wanted to start it off, we're kind of letting him get into his journey and where you from, bro. Just let the people know where you from, kind of how you got into the rap game, and who kind of inspired you in that way.
For sure, man. Appreciate you for having me, first of all. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you coming on, G.
Yeah, for sure. Godbody Bingo, Northside, Acres Home, Houston, Texas. Born Acres Home, grew up like Inwood area type shit. Lot of influences when it comes to rapping, like what got me into it. My pops first one played me rap music, I rest his soul. My first memories is like Scarface, NWA, Eminem, shit like that. Over time, I got into my little Houston phase and I had a little Wayne phase. Then I started liking the Coles and Crits and Kendricks of the world, and I got into the Jay-Z's and Biggies of the world. And now my favorite rapper like Future. So my palette pretty wide when it comes to rap. I like the rap shit, the lyrical shit, the boom bap shit, the trap shit, a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? One of the homies from he from Trinity Garden, but I met him in Inwood. My nigga Reggie, he really the one who kind of put the pen in my hand. I was like fifth grade, listening to him like freestyle and shit. And this around the time already Platinum had was coming out. And the first time I wrote a rap was off of Like a Boss. I was trying to sound like Slim Thug, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a nigga who was talking about the shit I knew. He was from the same side of town as me, so that shit was cool. Now I wrote my first rap when I was like 10 years old, and I recorded for the first time when I was like 12 years old, and like probably around like my ninth grade year of school, I was probably about 15. I wrote my first like real like full song, like 3 verses, a hook. It was still like a cover. I ain't had no beats or nothing like that, but I wrote that song. I'm like, man, if I really want to do this shit, I can do it. I'm not half bad.
And that was my next, not to cut you off, but that was my next question. Like, when did you know, like, okay, this is what I want to do? Like, it's a difference between being able to do something and like wanting to do it. So, like, kind of where was that the turning point for you?
That. I had multiple turning points. I'm still having turning points. You know what I'm saying? But that was the first time the light bulb went off. Like I used to freestyle like before the games and at the lunch table type shit, like most rappers, like most niggas at school. But I wrote that first song when I was like a ninth grader, and I'm like, man, like this sounds like the people I listen to. So I know if I like focus on this, I could do it. I still wasn't thinking this is what I want to do, but I knew I had the ability to. And I did like my first little mixtape or whatever when I was a senior, and even doing that, like I got a good response. The quality was terrible. It sounded so bad, so I was so grateful that people listened to it. But like seeing people respond to it, and me, I had bad stage fright back then. Me being able to perform and people reacting to my music showed me like this could be something if I really wanted to. But at the time, I'm still thinking about maybe playing a sport or maybe getting a degree and things like that. And but once I go to college, I didn't really like how college was set up and how I didn't do well in college, to be frank. And I kind of put all my eggs in the music basket. From there, I told myself I'm gonna just work and stack my paper and use that money to fund the rap career. So I'll say since probably around 19 years. Way. Yeah. Shout out to Pac-Man, man. He a solid nigga, man. He stayed at his job till he really got on. You know what I'm saying? I respect that a lot. But yeah, like probably since 19, I've been like, man, I really want to do this shit. The people who was around me was super talented too, when inspiring me on some iron sharp and iron type shit. Shout out to homies like B-Val, Carter, and nowadays like people like the twins and shit. It's a lot of people who like just who encourage me and believe in me. Like from my family, always been supportive. They always wanted me to do something secure, but they didn't never try to hinder me from doing music too. So it's been a long journey just to get where I'm at now. But some name changes and all kind of shit. But we here. You know what I'm saying? Off the Books just dropped in August. It was crazy, man. Jared was there. He can tell you about that.
Yeah, I was over here. First of all, it's awesome that your family supported you and didn't steer you away. It's a difference between like, you know how it is in the black community. You know, once somebody starting that rap shit, and you know how
Yeah.
you get for sure. So, you know, for them to really support you and see that was a grind you really invested in, that's definitely kudos to them, and that's great to have that in your corner. And then,
So
all y'all, like the twins, you, Jay, all Acres Homes, linking up and really just, well, they Studio, right? Are they Studio?
I'm Studio Wood, they more Acres Homes, but I'm really both. So I was there.
He's from Acres Homes, so he Acres Homes.
Yeah, it's a thing.
My formative years were Acres Homes, so I claim Acres Homes.
Yeah, for sure, and it's a very thin line there. They both, right.
Absolutely, they're pretty close. So I mean,
So
yeah.
it's just that aspect, y'all linking up and being together too. But to what you were saying, Bingo, kind of tell me about that event. I wanted to kind of know more about that. Y'all look pretty lit. Y'all doing y'all thing in there, man. Look pretty, like a good time. Everybody vibing. So, let us know a little bit more about that event.
Yeah, man. Just the whole rollout was crazy, man. 2 weeks before the album came out, I dropped a short EP to announce the album. I hadn't told nobody really yet. We dropped the EP, dropped the video the week after that, and we announced the event. Shout out to Drew Parker. He the owner of Imperial Empire down on Westheimer, one of the biggest stores of its kind in the city, in the state, really. He allowed us to have a listening party there, the release party. I performed the whole project, the whole album, should I say. It was dope, man. We to be so short notice, we got a lot of people to come out. It was a good amount of people in there. People was buying merch. People was tuned in, listening to the music. I performed the whole album front to back, which wasn't I planned on performing a bulk of it, but I ended up performing every record.
Was that the first time you did that?
That's the first time I performed that much. The longest set I've done before that was like a 30-minute set, but the album a good 45 minutes, and I did the whole thing. And it was fun though, man. It was humbling to see people people came out on a Sunday. Like one of the homies came from Dallas, Drew, and one of his people at the store, they came from Austin, from their Austin location just to see the show. So people were traveling to see it. You know what I'm saying? People was one of my niggas Daytona called in to work to come. You know what I'm saying? So that was just humbling to see. You know what I'm saying? For real talk, that's real love. So it was just crazy, man. It was a good Jared said it was about 70 people that he counted for me.
Yeah, 77, between 70 and 75.
Yes,
but people might hear that and feel oh, that's not a huge number. But in Drew's shop, Bingo, you obviously been there. You did the show there. It can only hold 100 people. So to have it basically 3/4 full
on short notice too.
Yeah.
We posted the flyer, bro. That was it. That was the only promo. Posted the flyer. I sent a few texts out. My kinfolk, they knew beforehand. I told them and the close homies, but a lot of people wanted to come, couldn't make it. And it was a beautiful event just to see people experience the album. People was telling me which songs moved them. So people bought merchandise. Even Drew himself, the owner of the store, said he never had that many people in the store at one time. So and people was patronizing his store too. So that was just all around win for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and the response for the album been good since. A lot of great feedback. I got another show coming up on the 24th. If y'all want to tap in, come to that.
Do you know where it's at yet or no?
It's at I gotta look up the actual address, but it's at it's on Preston Street. I'm about to post a flyer. If I don't post it, I'm post tomorrow.
Okay. When you get the flyer, just send it to me. I'll put it in the video and stuff. And get that.
For sure. Yeah. All right, that's a bit.
Hold on, B. You down here? Or where you at?
I'm in San Antonio.
Okay.
I'm in San Antonio, but I'm good. Not to you though, Jared. Kind of, how was it for you and your perspective? He was performing, but how was it for you, just as a consumer, a homie? Just taking everything in.
It was an experience. I'm obviously proud of my guys, my dog. You feel me? And I've seen him. I met him in 2019. I've seen him make progress the past 2.5, 3 years, and just to watch the climb and the climbing that he still has to do. It's quite frankly exhilarating. You know what I mean? Obviously you're kind of hindered in a sense because you're so close to it, but by that same token, you can see everything that goes on. And I've seen all the stuff he's had to go through in the past year, how he's worked from it. It's not on me to tell it; he can tell it better than I can. The things he's gone through in the past year and a half to get to this, to release this album, and to do the shows he's doing and to build on what he's doing. He's got other stuff planned for this year. I'm not going to give it away, but it's going to be even crazier. But to see him make the progress he's made in 2.5, 3 years, it's been nothing short of exhilarating to watch, Brandon. Trust me. I truly mean that.
That's dope, bro. Damn, you gave a little soliloquy. I almost dropped a tear too, man. That's real.
Hey, he be doing his shit, bro. I can't just say it no regular ass kind of way, dog.
Nah, that's real, bro. That's real, bro. Just
Love.
be by somebody the whole way, just seeing that progress, and
Absolutely.
knowing how hard somebody actually going. You know what I'm saying, and putting into their craft, bro. I really admire that as well. Give me, I want to ask you, if nobody's ever heard your music, what's one song you would like tell them to listen to? Like you put the homies.
This is a great question.
Like you put the homies on a song. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. If I had to pick, not the album out, I would definitely say the intro to the album, Hood Rich. I feel like it's a joint. It's like a 2-part song. It showed like 2 different sides of me as an artist. It's my favorite record on the album. The beat crazy. Jay did the beat. And I feel like the album is like a glimpse of my perspective of like Acres Home. And I feel like that song, if you ain't never been, that song kind of transports you there through the sound of it, the feel of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's my recommendation. And before we got off the topic, I was gonna ask you heard the album. What songs do you like off the album?
I like Big Foes, and I like Can't Let It Go.
Can't Let It Go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Shout out B-Val.
Earlier, when I told you, it's crazy because I told you that earlier, and then like I saw it because it was with you and B-Val, and I was like, I know y'all close, so I listened to that, and then like I like that one, and I like Big Foes too, and I like those two a lot. What are the ones you get the most feedback on? I know you saying that people were telling you about that kind of at the again.
Yeah, man. It's the dopest thing about it, I feel like, is because everybody's saying something different. Yeah. Like I do get some songs over and over, and most people saying more than one song. But like what I get I be getting the intro. I get Last Time. I've been getting Big G. I've been getting Chicken and Waffles. I've been getting Can't Let It Go. That might be like the top 5 I be getting. But like I might be wrong, but I get so many different ones all the time.
I feel you.
Like right now, the stars, like I looked at the album today, the stars on Apple Music just changed, like today.
That's lit, bro. When did you start like releasing your music like on Apple Music and stuff? And like, was you kind of nervous on like how was the feedback gonna be, or was you like, I know it's a process, it's gonna be what it is, and we're just gonna put the music out and let it be?
The first time I started releasing music like on all the streaming platforms was in 2018. I've been like I'll put music out like from like I'll say 2014 to like 16. I kind of took like a little hiatus to kind of rebrand and figure myself out. And I dropped the record in 2017. I still was going through that rebrand though, so I took it down. About a year later, I shot a video for it and dropped it again. And that was since 2018. I dropped the joint Talk Biz with a video, and I've been putting music out since then. So I dropped that, another single on the EP that year, dropped a couple singles in the EP the next year, and kind of the same thing, 18, 19, 20 singles and EPs. And Off the Book was so big because it was my first album, my first time doing a full length effort. First time really pulling out every resource I felt like I had. And kudos to everybody who was on it, because man, like people gave me their best beats, their best verses. B-Val wasn't just on Can't Let It Go. He recorded and mixed the album too. And he did a hell of a job. Shout out to homie Jared Lacey.
That's hard.
Yeah, he like that album just much as his is mine. You know what I'm saying? So like he listened to that whole more than me. Jared Lacey mastered it. The twins, like Sadiq got a verse, Jay got a beat. They took the pictures for the cover art and the rollout. They the ones really put together the listening party. Like everybody who was involved gave me everything they had. So seeing that's been a difference. And like far as like when I first started dropping, I was kind of like antsy about the response. And like my numbers ain't never just been. I still want my numbers higher. Obviously, I'm still growing as an artist. But first time I really was just nervous about it from the beginning was this time with the albums. I'm like, this bigger, so it got to be bigger. And it has been bigger, and I still got things I need to do to make it go where I want it to go. But I don't really trip on too much like the streaming numbers or the YouTube numbers. I think more about like what real people really saying and how people really affected. Like there's certain things about the album people telling me that made them emotional and made them think about their life, and that's what I really do it for. You know what I'm saying? And of course, just like on the competitive side, it's to show niggas they can't do what I do. Because I don't feel like nobody in the city rapping like me, but that's a whole nother hour conversation.
I mean, talk your shit.
Talk about it.
How you feel about that? The city definitely, go through phases and waves of how people rap. So it's just like your flow is a little different. You do have more substance than a lot of people. So just kind of elaborate on that, like kind of how you coming up in rapping and how you separated yourself, from the pack.
For sure, man. Like I said in the beginning, always I got a very wide. I don't listen to everything, but I listen to a lot of shit when it comes to rap. So I like a little bit of everything. Like you ain't gotta be lyrical for me to like you, type shit. But I care about what I say. My word, like my talent ain't really making music. My talent is really words. Like I could write essays, books. I can write all kind of shit. But my writing the choice is rap. So that's what I really put my time and effort into. And over time, like I put too much into this shit like to not talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I really like care about what I say, how I say it, how I deliver it, how I perform it. And I definitely salute to all the other artists that put that type of time and effort into their shit, whether they rap as good as me or not. I don't try to slight nobody, but I know for a fact, you put me on the track with anybody, you're not gonna leave saying I got watched. I ain't never been watched in my life.
Real talk. That's 100. That's 100, bro. That's real.
There's a lot of people's songs I done took from them too, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna do them like that for sure. We're gonna let them make it. But kind of let me know kind of how the rebranding was. I believe you said earlier you kind of changed your name a couple of times, so kind of let me know the phases of that and kind of how that came about when you change your name and stuff like that.
Man, a lot of that was just growing up, like being a kid, starting out, being like 17, 18, first starting to write rap, first starting to really think about making songs and put together projects or whatever. My first name, like when I told you I recorded the first time when I was 12, I just had my initials. I ain't had no name, so I was LDB or whatever. That didn't really even count type shit, but it did because it had to start somewhere. And my first name actually was like putting stuff like on SoundCloud or whatever with was Compass. I still wear a compass now. It's like it's just symbolic or whatever. And in my head, it was like it was a metaphor, like the compass points north, and I'm from the north side of the city, and just like kind of metaphor for being like a leader and knowing where I'm going and things like that. Yeah. And I don't know, that shit kind of like got whacked to me all the time. I didn't really feel like it was connecting with people the right way. And when I got to GodBodyBingo, just fucking with like some 5% of shit. I'm not a 5%er, but I like fuck with some of the shit they be talking about, some of their rappers and shit. And the whole Godbody thing, just me knowing like I'm made in God image and feeling like everybody is. So when I say Godbody, that's not me bragging, that's me acknowledging who I am. And I feel like everybody Godbody, like you Godbody B. You know what I'm saying? Jared is Godbody Jared. If you want to be, acknowledge that. And Bingo is just Bingo is short for my last name, Bingo. And my uncle, he was like a street cat. His nickname was Bingo, so I kind of took that from him. Mm-hmm. But like just making the changes was just me feeling like I needed to like do something different and just kind of reinvent myself and keep myself motivated and keep the people looking at me. And then as far as marketing too, like you Google Compass, a million things gonna pop up. But if you Google GodBodyBingo, it's just gonna be me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you look at my socials, I ain't got no underscores, no numbers in my @names. They all just GodBodyBingo because I ain't have to argue with nobody to take my name because it was just me.
That's lit. Yeah, that's dope. That's an easy way to make sure you keeping fans and getting fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially on social media, bro.
Yeah.
What else I want to get to is a lot of people like I was listening to a couple of interviews and people like to kind of change their producers sometimes or change their videographers. Are you kind of like a person that like to stick with what you know and what you got already, or do you switch it up depending on circumstances or the type of project you're trying to do, or you feel like you can get all that in one?
I kind of like all in one, but I'm definitely a big if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. And I'm a fan of like continuity. So like if you look at off the books, I got like the homie Benson. Benson got the most beats on it. He got 3. And I got like the homie Kilo, Bass Rob, Q, J. It's about like 7, 8, 9 different people who produced on there. And you're gonna see them people pop on music in the future too. So I want to keep making music with them, building new things with them. But as I'm always open, I rap on anything damn near. Like if I focus your beats, I rap on them. And of course I want to work with like some of the bigger names, the Metros, the P.F. Borns, the Weezys of the world, the Kanye West, whatever. And same thing with videos, like the homie AP shot my last couple. We're gonna shoot a few more too. I like how he shoot me, he get my angles, he know what I want to do, he know how I like my videos to look. But certain sounds need certain visuals too. So I'm open to working with a different videographer, but I definitely like to I'm a fan of continuity, and I feel like certain people understand my brand and they can like help me bring it to life.
Yeah, I dig that for sure, man, for sure. So y'all heard the Donda and the Drake album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I need y'all thoughts. I'm gonna be real. I ain't listening to neither, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Start off.
Let me break down each one. Let me know which one better and why.
Start off.
Jared, go first because I'll be running my mouth.
No. This is no. You do your thing, bro. Do your thing. You the star.
I gotta get my charge. You go ahead.
All right, I'll start off. I'll start with CLB and then I'll work over to Donda. CLB to me, it had its moments, but it wasn't his best work. You know what I mean? Like there were moments that pulled you in, like me and Bingo can relate to Poppy's Home. That's one of the best songs we've ever heard. You feel me? And Poppy's Home and Fair Trade with Travis and The Remorse. There are other songs that are like moments that are like, oh man, this is one of those ones. And you have other ones that are just like, I won't say them because people like what they like. I don't want to shit on it. You have other ones that are like, this ain't it. And there's some of the bigger songs on there that are like, this ain't it. Right. So essentially it's a roller coaster. But you'll find things that you'll like. You'll find things you fuck with. As for Donda, I feel like I get the message. The execution was subpar. And it's crazy saying that about who we're saying it about, right? And I just feel like at the end of the day, this was just an assortment of tracks put together on an album. It doesn't feel cohesive. It doesn't really feel like it blends or meshes, right? But the same premise applies here. Like he had moments like one of my favorites, one of the best songs I've heard all year. I don't tell people this a lot, but the joint with The Weeknd and Lil Baby, Hurricane, I was like, whoa, this is one of those ones. And he had the other track with the Locks that was really good. He had other moments that aren't coming to me right now that are really good. And he had other ones that were bad. Now, if you're asking me to rank the two, I feel like Kanye had more lowlights, no pun intended, than Drake had lowlights. So if you're making me pick, I would probably lean towards Certified Lover Boy, but it's close because neither one was really impressive.
Okay. All right, Bingo, we hand over to you.
Oh Lord. One, I hate. I guess 'cause I'm an artist, I hate like giving my opinions on music because I don't care what other people think.
But
so like when people disagree with my opinions, I don't be caring. But I like both albums. They both cool. I kind of don't like both albums at the same time. I think I lean more towards the Drake, but I think that's kind of because I'm a Scorpio and I relate to like some of the shit Drake be saying, like, and not like physically because I ain't living like Drake, but I relate to like the idea. Yeah. Definitely, like I agree with Jared. There's highlights and lowlights on both. I feel like people kind of shitting on both of them a little more than they should too, just because people like don't want. I don't know. People be weird to me, but I definitely think like people gave Kanye like some good ass features. Niggas was rapping on that Kanye album. The production kind of all over the place, but it definitely like some good shit. But it's some shit like I don't really know what's going on. Kanye rapping is like the worst part of the album, but that's been Kanye's last couple albums though. So I think that's kind of to be expected at this point in his career. He done enough so we can forgive him for his sins. And like with Drake, I think people's expectations be too high for Drake. Like Drake gonna make an album full of a lot of shit. Like it's not gonna be It's not gonna be no one type of record. It's not gonna if you like every song on the Drake record, you a Drake fan. Like ain't no way. Like it's like maybe if you just into how Take Care sound or you just love Nothing Was the Same. But any other album of Drake, I don't see nobody liking every record on the Drake album because he don't make the.
It's not an album, but I think So Far Gone is another one that you could just.
So Far Gone, yeah.
That was really good. I like So Far Gone a lot.
Yeah, and like, see, like I started liking Drake after a lot of people. Like when Drake was hot, like Comeback Season, So Far Gone, first 2-3 albums. Like I was on the like Drake hate train, low key. To be honest, I ain't started really rocking with Drake till later on. I think I started liking Drake when everybody kind of stopped. Like one of my favorite Drake albums is Scorpion. Don't nobody like Scorpion but me.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta ask this. I don't want to step on what you're doing, B, but I gotta ask you, Bingo. What pulls you into him?
Man, I think like watching him mature and like realizing how smart he is, I appreciate what he does more. Cause I kind of had too high expectations too. I heard him rap well, and I'm like, why he don't rap like this all the time? But it's like he's not trying to be no best rapper. He's trying to be biggest artist. So
He's a
being the
pop
best rapper
star.
don't really hold a lot of weight to him.
He's a pop star, bro.
There it
Exactly.
is.
Man, Drake,
There
he
it
is a
is.
pop star, but Drake is an actor. Drake's whole career is a method acting assignment, and he's doing a hell of a job.
No, for real, bro. I tell people all that all the time. Like Drake is probably, when you talk about artists, like he up there with Mike Farr's best performers. You know what I'm saying? Like he do a lot. I mean, Chris Brown up there too. I think Chris Brown don't get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
But Chris Brown's a great performer as well.
Chris Brown incredible, bro. Chris Brown one of the most talented niggas to ever live.
Yeah, honestly, like people thought he had Mike in him when he was young. You know what I'm saying? Like
He kind of do.
he
Kind of do,
bro.
Yeah,
He does, bro. I'm not gonna cap on that one.
yeah,
Man.
for sure. And he can paint, and he can hoop,
Yeah,
He can rap a
and
little
he
bit too.
gang bang. Like this nigga a Renaissance man. Like this nigga's great.
He's really like a Swiss Army knife for real. He do everything.
So give me some before we go over to the hoops, man. Let's end it off on this. Give me some underrated music y'all been listening to lately, or some tapes, albums, that
Wow.
you feel like not getting the love that they should, but they popping their shit.
Bingo, go ahead.
Outside of Off the Hooks, by the way.
Yeah, well,
That's
niggas know it
kinda-
is off
yeah,
the book.
for sure.
We
That's
talked
implied.
about that already. That's a base started cover. Really, it's like I'm gonna shout out all the homies, really, because that's the people I want people to see.
You
Like,
took that from me. Yeah, that's all I was gonna do.
like the homie Lonnie Bravo and my homie Carter, they dropped a collab R&B joint called The Don.
Hard.
That's crazy.
What's it called again?
8 for 8. Yeah,
They did that. Shout out to Bravo.
Yeah,
They did that.
that whole tough. My homie Josie Green dropped the project. What was this like? It had to be like July came out. From the Sky. I got a feature on that one. That one crazy. The homie Ro J dropped Summer Jams earlier this year. That was dope. Sadiq dropped The Triangle. He dropped like 3-4 projects this year already, but The Triangle my favorite one. It's a lot of good music floating around, man. Yeah, it's a lot of good music out there. Shout out to all the homies. Yeah, a lot of new music coming too. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned. B-Bell Magic, that's like the hottest single out right now. It's amazing.
Magic doing numbers. It's going crazy.
If you ain't in love, that's not gonna make you want to find your one. For sure.
Bet. I gotta check that out for sure, man.
I'm gonna hit you with all the link.
Bet. I need that.
If you don't do it, I will, Bingo.
For sure. I just send that my way.
What you listening to, Jared?
Yeah.
Ooh. As far as new stuff I'm listening to, I'm really thinking, man. Okay. I was off him for a little bit, but I'm back on him now. Sada Baby. I'm kind of back on Sada Baby now. That's my guy.
I've never been.
And it's another Detroit cat named Babytron. He got a joint called Lukatronic, a project called Lukatronic. He is rapping. And I don't rock with Detroit cats like that, but he is rapping, man. It's him. It's them two. Them two are really the triangle. Sadiq. Them probably the three I'm listening to right now. Most frequently. As far as new shit.
Okay. So you don't like none of the other Detroit rappers? You got Babyface, you got Vizo.
No. Yeah. Them niggas hard. Like Babyface and Vezo go hard, bro. But it's like, to me, Sada and Babytron are like, they hit me a little harder for whatever reason. And then like it's Babyface after them, and it's Vezo and them other cats, and it's Team Eastside Dame and them cats. But them two, Sada and Babytron, just hit me a little harder than everyone else. I don't know what it is. Them niggas just go crazy, man.
I did that. I could do that. So let's go to the NBA side, man. We're gonna get into the league a little bit before the season start. We can start off, touching the easy bases. Let me know what y'all think about the Lakers-Nets move. You got the Nets picking up Millsap. They got Griffin back. Aldridge looks like he's back. And you got Patty Mills on that end, as far as people that they, picked up or reacquired, I guess you can say. And then you got the Lakers. Shit, who didn't they pick up? Wayne Ellington,
Right.
League Monk, Kendrick Nunn, Rajon Rondo, Tucker Howard, Carmelo, Russell Westbrook. I mean, shit, you name it. They probably on the.
Hold on, before we even get started, you've been rocking with Oklahoma City for a while. Russ is your guy. How do you feel about him playing with LeBron?
I'm torn a little bit, but not because of that. It's because I rock with K too, and it's like
For sure.
I want to see Russ get a ring, but shit, Harden over there, he ain't got one either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's hard, kid. I'm split, down the middle.
For sure.
I guess I would say I want to see KD beat LeBron on even playing field and and do that. But I do want to see Russ win though. I feel
For
like
sure.
for both teams, it's really championship or bust. And it's
Absolutely.
really championship or bust if they don't play one another.
Oh yeah.
Something happens.
I'd agree.
Team get there. So, I feel like it's all on the line for both of them. I feel like that's a 7-game series. Um, I didn't feel like that when it was just LeBron and AD. I feel like if that was the whole Nets team, they could have got them out of there in 6.
Agreed.
So that's how I feel about that
For
one.
sure.
I don't really got. I mean, the Lakers team, yeah, they old, I guess you could say, but they talented too. So I don't think that's gonna do much. It's not gonna make any effects in the long run. Regular season, they might not be the best team. They might sit. They may have some guys not play as much as you would like to see them. But come postseason time, um, being on the road won't affect them like it affect other teams, and that's what's gonna be the difference. But let me know what you think about that. In the Lakers.
Bingo.
I'm a KD guy for sure. So I'm always pulling for KD no matter where he at. Even though I hated him going to Golden State, but that's another long conversation. But I do like if they matched up today, I'm picking the Lakers for sure. Even though I'm a KD guy, I just feel like they got more. Like I think they presence to their veterans. I think their veterans are better. And I think they presence to their veterans are better too, and they have bigger teams. I think the thing the Nets didn't do that they still need to do. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They need to get some bigs. Like they real thin down low. They got a lot of scoring that's very hard to defend, but like with a team like the Lakers who can pretty much go bucket for bucket with them now, I don't know what they're gonna do. So I feel like the Lakers probably be a better defensive team too. So
yeah, but they talking about putting AD at the 5, and that's why I think they start getting themselves in trouble a little bit. But that's just my opinion. But I think they are deeper. But in the playoffs too, that rotation tighten up. It's really 8, 9 guys. So can Claxton come along enough to be that big and let all just play the 4?
I think he can.
I think he can too. He don't remind me of Jared Allen, but he remind me when Jared Allen was first getting his feet wet, getting a little shit. And I think he will get there. I think he been working with KD and stuff, so I think they'll be better. But Aldridge was playing well at the 5 himself, before he got injured. Now, do you want to play him at the 5 all the time? No, but there's gonna be matchups that favor him a lot, especially in the postseason. Outside of Philly in the East, I mean, there's no other big that's gonna be so daunting for the Nets besides Lopez or Giannis, if you want to say like them. But Jerry looked like you're finna say something, so go ahead.
Now I was thinking about bigs in the East, and you're probably right. The only other one I can maybe think of, but he's not super dominating. He's just incredibly active. Is Clint with Atlanta.
Yeah,
he get up and down. He's not like dominant like that though.
Yeah. I guess you could say that. I can't think of
Sabonis in Indiana. If they get far enough,
they're not gonna get far enough.
Yeah, there it is.
They're not gonna get far enough. I don't see none of that.
That's probably it. Julius Randle ain't a big, is he? Even if he is, he doesn't.
Julius Randle ain't good.
Whoa, chill.
Nah, we on the same page. I don't rock with Julius Randle like that.
Y'all tripping.
Julius Randle not that good.
Brandon, we've talked about this on Twitter. No way. What does he do right? What does he do well other than go one way? He can kind of shoot it. Like, just explain to me.
His shot has got better. Yes, he's left dominant, but you gotta yes, he's left dominant, but that didn't really get stopped into the playoffs. Obviously, that's when it matters. Yes, I understand.
Ain't nobody trying to stop no damn Knicks in the regular season. Like, come on, this a random game on the. You know what I'm saying?
I rock with Julius, man. He a worker. He be in the gym, man. Yeah. I feel like, Julius' game has improved, but he is a lefty. You know what I'm saying? And that's the next step in his game. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how he come back next year because he did get stoned in that series against the Hawks. I will admit that. He got
And it really he shouldn't have, bro. Like looking at how he was playing, should nobody been able to like do nothing with him. They didn't have nobody like who could really guard him on that squad.
He should have been able to take clean on the outside, and everybody else he should have been able to really out physical them, you know.
Easily, man. But like you can definitely tell them cats in New York ain't never been there when they got to Atlanta ain't either, but I don't know, man. Like the only
New York cat, I don't mean to cut you off, the only New York cat that didn't look intimidated was Derrick Rose. Everyone else was just like a deer in headlights.
Derrick Rose and Alec Burks.
Burks had like a couple good games. You're absolutely right. But like other than them two, everybody else was just like, what's going on?
Yeah,
bro. What y'all feel about, you know, Nick Wright made some reports about, you know, some teams are saying that he's basically implying that there's good deals around Kyrie Irving that the Nets won't take because the Nets, I mean, Kyrie's representation has made it known that if he gets traded from the Nets, he retire. Is that, in the words of the Jump, is that BS or is that real talk or is this news to y'all and you got to digest it?
If I had to, for me, if I had to kind of knowing how Kai is, like how the history he's shown us, that seems kind of like real talk. Like if y'all trade me, I'm retiring, bro. I can see it. Like he wants to finish this thing out with K and James. Those are his guys. And if it's not that, I ain't doing it. So from that vantage point, I get it. As far as the trades actually being real, I'll believe it when I see it. People are talking about the Kyrie for Ben Simmons thing. I'm like, I'll believe that when I see it. Like, there's other ones I've seen. I'm like, I don't think that happens. Like, because from my vantage point, I look at it like this: why would the Nets do those trades? Like, do you want to rock the boat that much? Do you want to really upset the apple cart that much? Like, Kevin loves him. James seems to love him. Like, you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, who's gonna go out there and get better than Kyrie? Like, maybe you can get like a package.
Like it's redundant. Him and Harden are redundant, but like that's
no, they are. They are.
But they killers though. Like
it's working. So it's like let them do what they do. Like let them take turns doing what they do. But there is a bit of redundancy with their games. I think they are different, but they're similar at the same time, if that makes sense.
The only reason I say they're not redundant is because James' passing ability.
Better or more willing?
He's definitely better than Kyrie Irving for sure.
A player, yes. I'm talking about passing.
No, I'm talking about his passing. His passing specifically is what's better. What makes him better than Kyrie Irving? Kyrie don't, bro. If you look at a Kyrie Irving highlight, it's gonna be very few assists on that motherfucker.
And my thing is like, I agree with that because like Harden be so much in front of the offense all the time. Like he got to make every read and he makes them. Like how the fuck would PJ Tucker even be making corner threes without Harden really getting to the paint where they got to help the corner from Capella off the pick and roll and he's hitting over the top. Like, you know, he's a great passer. He's deceptive with his passes. You know, it looked like he's doing a floater and he really giving Capella alley. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, keep the defender at bay. You know, so he do a lot of shit. You know, he real slick with it. Kyrie can pass, but I feel like it's more really, I wouldn't say standard, but like really pass to assist, really like, you know, I don't know. When I see James get it, I know like a lot can happen with it. Kyrie gonna get in that mid-range up to the paint, or you know, he gonna, you know, drop it off. But I like Harden's arsenal of passing more.
Yeah,
there's a quote that describes like Kyrie and his thoughts on passing. Like he did, I forget what podcast it was with Richard Jefferson, Road Tripping, with Richard Jefferson and Shannon Fry, his last year in Cleveland. And Richard Jefferson said, I got a stat for everybody. We're 14-0 when we do what? And then Kyrie kind of hung his head. He said, we're 14-0 when Kyrie has double-digit assists. And Kyrie's response to that was like, Richard, I wasn't dribbling with two basketballs since 6 years old to get you guys corner threes. I'm trying to get a bucket. And then everybody laughed, but he was fucking serious. So, like, that's kind of his mindset on that.
Yeah. I mean, basically.
And you answered, you supported my statement. Because, like, you know,
I think he can, but I don't think he does.
I gave James a lot of hell about not involving his people in Houston. Even though the stats was high, I feel like that's what he was like. The year he averaged like 12, yeah, he was distributing. But like the last couple of years, it was a lot of like he was throwing grenades. Like I'm gonna dribble for 23 seconds and get a ball up. He was passing to get an assist. He wasn't passing to play basketball.
They hitting them hoes though. They're going down though, Bingo.
Yeah, they're going down, but that's not that wasn't good.
That's
basketball.
not good basketball. I agree, but it's working.
You see when it fizzled out. You was in the building when it fizzled out.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I haven't totally gotten over that. I wasn't building for Game 7. We're not gonna talk about that.
But watching them for like it's a small sample size, but in Brooklyn with a bigger arsenal of weapons to use, like the way he was passing them games when he was really playing in the regular season, I'm like, man, this looked like a point guard for real. Like he really like what he's doing. And I never seen Kyrie look like that before ever with any roster.
I can agree.
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn it over to this. Is Luka the MVP favorite next year, or is that some hype that they blew up that same smoke last year? Last year, Luka was the MVP favorite. So is he the favorite going into this season, or are you taking? I mean, yeah, you would probably. Are you taking the field? I mean, yeah, you most likely may take the field, but is Luka a favorite? I guess that's the bigger question.
I think he got I definitely bought it last year and it didn't fall through. I can admit to that. I just felt like he did have a pretty good year, but it took a while for him to get going.
Right.
But like I don't see Dallas being successful enough for him to be the MVP more than anything. And this year, like definitely take the field, but I see like I don't know. I feel like one of them cats, even though they team so stacked, I feel like one of them cats in Brooklyn or LA probably gonna get it. To be honest, just because like they're gonna probably be the top of their conference. Giannis gonna be in the conversation again because y'all's in the conversation. What else happened in the NBA? It's gonna be.
I'm waiting for you to say my pick. I got a pick. I'm waiting for you to say him.
I'm probably gonna get to him. I'm drawing blanks right now. So who is it?
Who are we?
Joel Embiid.
That's my pick. Joel
Joel Embiid.
That's my pick. Joel Embiid.
I mean,
I think he does this year. And I don't think. And hold on, B. I'm explaining. I feel like whether the point guard is there or not won't make. I feel like it will make a difference and it won't. He'll still get his numbers. It won't look the same. But I feel like he'll feel like he needs to do more. Doc will empower him to do more, and there'll be a 1 seed, and he'll win league MVP.
They're not gonna be no 1 seed.
So okay,
healthy Brooklyn will trump that. I agree, but I don't think Brooklyn stays healthy though. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry.
They ain't gonna be no 2 seed.
Brooklyn stay healthy, but you think Embiid stay healthy?
Healthier than that Brooklyn team, yeah. Okay. I think if it's 82, he plays like 70 or 75.
If Embiid stays that healthy, you think that makes them a top 2 seed over Milwaukee too? When they're a great regular season team.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I think it does. Not only a yes, but a hell yes, because here's why. Middleton and Holiday are worn out. They're going to put a lot on them, and I would not be surprised if they have a killer first couple months, and then they flame out the rest of the year. Like playing in the Olympics and winning a title and playing in the Olympics is tough. It's tough, dog. And then 2.5 months later, you got to jump right into another season. First of all, they're not repeating. I think that's clear. Secondly, I don't think they made the conference finals. Third, I think Giannis is the only all-star. And fourth, best case scenario for them is they win a series.
Bro,
I
just feel like
I know that's a lot, but still.
I feel like Philly has flamed out so many times, though, bro.
Yeah.
They have. They absolutely have. They should have got to the finals by now.
Vulnerability, like, yes, Milwaukee has too, but I mean, I can't trust. Like you just said, if they do everything you said and be a 2 seed and Joel the MVP, he gonna have to play damn near every game. Like,
not happening.
And that's not.
So he can't win it playing 70 games and getting like 30 and 15.
He should have won it this last year, if that's the case.
I
kind of agree with that. Jokic was going crazy. I kind of agree with that. The Jamal Murray thing made me question.
Jokic was available too.
Right.
No, that matters. That matters for sure, Brandon. That matters.
So even if that happens for Embiid, that's the worst case scenario because he's not gonna have the legs in the playoffs. He didn't have the legs in any second half against the Hawks. He was having 19 and 6 in the first quarter, and then
he averaged 33 a game in the series. Like he didn't look good in the game.
Early, but he got his work early. Like what?
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything in the second half. I mean, he wasn't really there. Capella knew that it was a marathon every night. You know, he gonna start off strong. He gonna come hard in the first quarter. Like he couldn't do nothing with him in the first half. And then in the second half,
No, he could. No, he could.
he was
Look,
out of it, bro. And he plays like it because you gotta think like you can tell when Embiid get tired, he settle for threes, he lean away, fall away, going to the basket. Like you can already see it. The dominance that he don't keep that same mentality, bro.
Look, B, this Jared know what I'm about to say, but I tell him this every time we argue basketball. Jared love to put them motherfucking numbers out like niggas ain't watching the game. Like
they can go together.
Averaging 33,
they can go together.
What that 33 consists of though? Like he said, like if that 33 ain't holding no weight when it's crunch time, you know what I'm saying? He do that shit with everybody too.
You're right.
He do that shit with everybody. And like I'm like you, I feel you. Like I think all your points are valid about Milwaukee. Even then, with all those points being valid, what makes Philly better than Milwaukee?
Especially
doesn't have to wear
what you're banking on. If you're,
I think Philly's. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm just saying he had the point. I agree with is like if you're banking on that alone, then you can't really just say that they better than Milwaukee.
They not.
And Devin Chinzo will be bad. Devin Chinzo was not.
I don't think Devin Chinzo moves the needle like that though. Honestly, I don't think him being there means they won't be. They won't.
That's just
have a drop off.
When it comes to Philadelphia and Milwaukee, that's just icing on the cake because I already feel like Milwaukee better. So I just feel like having Devin Chinzo just makes them deeper.
For sure. Regular season, they gonna be beating.
Y'all sure Milwaukee's better?
Yeah.
Milwaukee has 4 guys. They have 4 guys. PJ's gone. They have 4 guys.
How many do Philly got?
They got the 2 All-Stars.
They got one All-Star.
No, don't do that, Jared. Don't
you're
Jared,
right.
Don't you get on here.
He just made the All-Star game.
Don't do that.
He just made the All-Star game.
Bro. Like I told my homie.
We're not gonna do this.
Okay. Like I told my homie, I'm gonna end it right here. And I doubt you disagree. Ben Simmons.
Oh my God.
Ben Simmons will never ever make an All-Star game in the West. Tell me I'm wrong.
If Draymond can, he can. If Draymond can, he can.
No. Look when
Draymond made 3 in a row in the West.
Look when Draymond made it. Look at the team he was on.
Ben can't do the same thing on a winning team.
Doc, he was on a dominant team making it, not a winning team. He was on a dominant team making it. A one seed. Gobert make it, but
Philly was a 1 seed when they made it.
He was a center in 1 seed.
Yeah, but Philly was a 1 seed when they made it. Am I wrong? Like James and KD were hurt. Kyrie was the only guy on that Brooklyn team. They were a 2 seed.
This is what I'm saying. though. They're not gonna be like Ben Simmons in the West. This is what I'm saying. I'm not even stacking. I'm stacking it up more against point guard.
Hold on. Before you get into it, I agree it will be less likely. I don't think it will be impossible.
Bro, it's people at the door that still ain't really got in as opposed to like, I'm not taking him over Fox, and Fox probably not getting in. SGA probably not getting in.
I think that's because there's so many good guards in the West. And with Ben, you can play him as a guard or a forward. And that's the advantage. Like, cause I will give you Bron and AD. Can you name 4 other forwards better than him in the West? P.
Yeah.
For sure. Kawhi's hurt, so he don't count. Kawhi's hurt, so he don't count.
Kawhi don't count. Okay. Luka's point.
He'll be a forward for this. I'll count him as a forward.
Okay, so what's Book in the All-Star game?
That's a good question.
He's 2.
Yeah, Book's 2 guard. He's 2 guard.
Okay, so
we have 4.
Bro, honestly,
there's a name I want to say, but I don't think he is. But y'all got it. I'm gonna let y'all finish.
Did we name the forwards better than Ben Simmons in the West?
Yeah, if there are, I gave y'all 2, Bron and AD. Name me 4 other forwards, so it could be 6, so he would be out.
You said Bron, AD, PG,
Luka.
Who I'm thinking about? And you gave him Luka.
I did.
So that's 4. So we need 2 more.
Yes.
Let me go through my Rolodex.
Think about it.
I had to think about who.
I know we don't want to take up too much of the time, B, but look.
No, I'm trying to think too. Shit.
I'll be drawing blanks. I'll be thinking.
I got
about
a name I'm waiting for.
Hold on. You can put Clay in there.
They're gonna say he's a 2 guard though.
A 2? Oh my god. Oh.
And Clay is good 6'6", 6'7" though. But
I'm not gonna do that because he's a 2 guard. People keep saying he's a 2 guard.
Okay, that's fine.
But we can't do that because Ben Simmons has only played point guard.
That's what I'm.
Okay, then in that case, I'll give y'all Clay. 5.
Oh no, if we do guards, he definitely not making.
If we doing guards, it's not.
Oh no, guards he doesn't make it. Agreed. He does not make it if he's a guard. He's got to make it if he's a forward. I agree. There's one I'm waiting for y'all to say.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to think. I know you're not talking about Christian Wood.
No.
But Christian will probably get in before Ben Simmons. To be honest,
don't do that. Don't do that. I forgot it's guards and forwards now. So hold on. No, listen. So he wouldn't get in. Listen, he wouldn't get in because forwards and centers now. So Cat would get in. Jokic.
That's what I'm saying. DeAndre Ayton would get in before him.
Who?
Ayton.
Shit.
DeAndre
Ayton.
Yeah. Based off how Ben Simmons played. Yes.
Bro. Ben Simmons, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
don't do this. Not now. Don't do this.
I'm not gonna go there, but I'm gonna just say not a dude. This is what I'm gonna say. Just to go back on the Philly point real quick. Better remember that Seth Curry was the second leading scorer when shit got ugly in that.
By design. Because here's the thing: JJ Redick was in the game in that same offense.
We designed stuff for people that don't make a.
He's one of the best shooters in the league. I want to get him touches. That's how big his
It's not about design. It's not about design. It's about necessity because my point guard cannot score.
Bro, you're designing for Tobias Harris that's making $180 million. You're not doing that, bro.
That's the nigga that's really dropping the ball, Tobias.
Don't try to say
no.
I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Tobias ain't never been an all-star. Ben Simmons is a perennial all-star.
What?
That's his fault. If you get paid that money, you gotta make an all-star game from me, LB.
Ben Simmons' numbers is his fault. Look, like the thing, like to go to the all-star thing, the fans not gonna vote Ben Simmons as an all-star, right? We know that for a fact. That's not happening.
Probably not.
In the East Order, the fans not gonna vote him. And the coaches damn sure ain't gonna pick him. And I doubt the coaches pick him in the East.
Hold on, what? You said why who not gonna what?
Why the coaches not gonna pick him?
Because he don't be hooping.
Who says who? He's still tough to game plan against. Listen, he's taking away your bet. We're not gonna get into a beat. I ain't trying to step on what you doing. I ain't trying to step on what you're doing. I'm gonna be quiet.
Bro.
You know how to reach me, bro.
But this discussion will continue.
We're gonna continue this one off. We're gonna continue this one off air.
For sure.
This one
off
got
the book. Shit.
I'm with it.
Speaking about guards, man, is Dame being too loyal to Portland? No, is it time to make that move? Let me know what y'all think.
I feel like he is, but I get why. I feel like he really feels like this. It can happen here. And I understand why he feels that way. Because he feels like he's a top 5 guy in the league, and in some circles he is. But I feel like they should have traded CJ for a real number 2 years ago. And they missed their window on that. This is
my question to you. What have they shown to make him feel that way? Like that?
As of late, nothing. Because he loved Carmelo, letting Carmelo walk. He was not a fan of that. He wanted Jason Kidd, Oakland. That's an Oakland thing. Couldn't get him, in part because Jason wasn't sure if Dame was staying, and rightfully so. I don't want to take that job if one of the best players in the world is going to leave. No, I'm not doing that. I understand why Jason didn't take that job. I feel like they failed him. They failed him. Like the moment you realize they failed him was Game 5 against Denver. No one else can make a shot outside of him, and people love CJ. They love Nurk. Even though Nurk fouled out. Obviously, Carmelo, people love Carmelo. He's on a redemption tour. I dig it. None of those guys outside of Dame looked great next to him in that moment. And that was the moment, not Game 6 losing it. Game 5 was when he realized this is not going to be what I think it is.
Yeah, for sure.
and my thing, my bad before you go, Bingo. My thing is like you gotta know when you gotta break it up. To me, I love CJ, but he's a third piece on the championship team.
Agreed.
At best. And you know, when you lose a series to Denver 2 years in a row in the second year,
Without their second best player.
yeah, without their second best player in 6, Michael Porter lights you up for 20 in the first quarter on the road.
Ooh, and I hate Michael Porter.
Oh, hold on.
We're not gonna talk about that.
That's not good. He's like that.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Hey, I'm telling you, a max deal in his future. Somewhere.
I'm not saying you wrong, but I just hate watching him play. He the lowest IQ player I might have seen.
His shot selection is not great. His shot selection is not great.
He don't understand what passing means.
But playing with the big fella kind of like negates that. Like, because it's hard to fuck up playing with him. Just play off him and he'll figure it out.
Especially when you don't got Murray, he gotta shoot that bitch. So
yeah, absolutely.
It ain't nobody else.
That's like 20 shots a game that's just out there. He can grab like 10 of those.
For sure. But let me know what you think about Dame, my bigo.
Oh man, like it's one of them. I think it's one of those small market things. Like seeing Milwaukee win it, give it like hope. I guess the small market just won it because you got to build around that superstar. You get them. I agree they failed them. The biggest thing I think they did wrong was trading Gary Trent. They should have kept that kid. Gary Trent. I would have kept Gary Trent over like Norman Powell, a serviceable player, but I think he's gonna be something. And
so B, hold on before you go, B. I don't mean to cut you off. I got a question. In y'all's opinion, what do y'all feel like is a bigger mistake? Them trading Gary Trent or them paying Norman Powell?
Paying Norman Powell.
Paying Norman Powell, but I will even go on the limb and say, for the way that, again, redundancy, for the way that Portland plays, I would rather not pay Norman Powell, pay Gary Trent, and let CJ walk and get something. Get a 3. You need a 3. You need a 3 or you need a hybrid 4 to really make a run in the West. Like,
for sure.
So having 2 undersized guards not gonna do it. Trent could play well off of Dame. Dame requires a lot of help. Trent's a not.
He looked incredible in the bubble playing next to Dame.
Yes, he's a knockdown.
He was good in the regular season before they traded him.
He went crazy in the 6 as soon as he got there. It did not take him long. He went crazy. Like he went
open it up.
Real talk, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm hoping the Dragic buyout happens so they can slide Trent in at the 2 spot. He can get more minutes and go really crazy.
Yeah, I think and I heard today he's unfazed, but he can be unfazed all he wants. Siakam got to go. Open up that for Scotty Barnes.
Siakam ain't it, bro.
He got to go, bro. I swear he ain't look good.
They can't play together. Y'all don't think they can play together?
Nah, bro. I don't want to.
They can, but Siakam gonna be the fiddle, the second fiddle.
Who was that? You remember when OG was coming up and stuff, and then and then Siakam came? That's what's gonna happen to Siakam.
He's gonna get overshadowed.
Yeah, and a team I would like to see him with because he played his best basketball with him. His numbers didn't show it, but the Clippers should be trying to make a run for him.
What are they gonna give up to get him though? They're not giving up P. P stays. I don't know what else you give up that Toronto will want.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why they couldn't get a deal done to send P to Toronto when Kawhi wanted him up there because they want to let him go Siakam. So I don't see them getting a deal without PG, involved. I mean, I don't know, but I don't. Siakam, he don't really move the needle for me unless your team is one piece away or something of that nature.
He moves the needle in the right situation.
But what's the right? That's what I mean. Like
that's the question. That's the question we got to answer.
You got to have at least 2 stars, bona fide.
He'll be cool in like Golden State.
If you slide him in the Wiggins spot, I'd like him there for sure.
Oh hell no. He more of a 4.
No, I'm saying Wiggins is better at what he does. But I'm saying if you had to get rid of Wiggins and Pascal's alternative, we'll be fine. They'll be fine.
I'll probably rather keep Wiggins on that squad because Wiggins is a better shooter.
Oh, agreed. I think Wiggins is better in that role for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But if I'm playing him like at the 4, and like he part of their depth lineup, should I say?
Agreed.
Like he'll help. You know what I'm saying? Quick, long, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, like going back to the original question though, like Dame got to go if he want to win the championship. I can see him saying that. The question now is where. I ain't no telling, bro. Like I couldn't tell you, bro. Like he gotta be the man wherever he go. I can't see him being nobody's second fiddle at this point in his career. He in his prime. Like I don't like, and niggas be teaming up in their prime and shit. It's not unusual no more. But he got to be him. Like unless he play like Jordan Embiid.
And my thing, the place I wanted to see him go, they could have worked some stuff out. They might have had to lose their second guy, but I wanted to see him go to Boston, and I wanted to see him with Tatum, and I wanted to see him and Tatum try to rock out. And it might have required JB, but I think
it would have. They had to.
Yeah.
JB, Pritchard, and a bunch of picks probably.
They got a bunch of picks though, yeah. So I don't know if Danny could finesse something else. Maybe
I think that'll be
Fournier with the free agent. They had to sign him. So
yeah.
I
think that'll be fun, but I don't know if he'll win nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they still need a big regardless because they so soft down low. I think they need to really just feature Robert Williams and let him go, bro. He played good this minute.
He might honestly. I agree with that, but in the Dame trade, he might be in the Dame trade.
Yeah, fuck that. Get him back, Canner. They can have Canner back.
No, no, sir. They're going to be frying him in the pick and rolls. I don't want none of that.
Man,
he fried for real in the pick and roll, man.
You know, I identify with Enes Kanter because I'm not too much on the defensive end.
Oh
so
my God,
I got love for my boy EK, man. He get buckets though. He rebound that ball.
He's on that offensive glass, crazy.
He rebound that ball for sure. He a black hole.
Yeah. Give me y'all. So who y'all think a bigger threat in the East this year? The Bulls or Miami?
Miami. The Lowry addition was big. That was big. Them bringing back Duncan Robinson was big. Duncan Robinson was going to go to the Knicks. That was about to happen. And then the Miami ended up throwing the bag at him. He stayed. But like them bringing back Duncan, them having Kyle Lowry, I think Miami might be in the conference finals. It might be
they
Miami.
Better than Philly too.
One more time.
They better than Philly too. And you know how I feel about Jimmy Butler.
Every time you say something about Philly,
I don't fuck with you. We talked about that.
That reminds me, Jared. How many times did I tell you that Hawks series versus Philly, that Philly was going down, bro? I told this man so many times.
We were going back and forth on Twitter the whole series.
Like the
entire
whole
series.
series, bro. He hating on this man trade. But
man, we're not gonna talk about him. We're not gonna talk about him right now.
But man, I just think that I think the Bulls had an edge, bro.
Why?
Jimmy gave me a little cause to pause last postseason, man.
Jimmy not him, bro.
Not
at all.
At all. So you can't expect Lowry to be the number one because Lowry was the second or third options at times when it was Kawhi.
And the gold medalists can't do that. And the gold medalists ain't no number one option.
Huh?
And the gold medalist ain't the number one option. The guy that won the gold medal, he's not number one option either.
Yeah. He Draymond with height.
He's athletic Draymond.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bam.
Yeah, so Bam's not that either. Kyle Lowry is a great piece, but he's a complimentary piece.
It's not going to be Jack Harlow's homeboy. It's not going to be him either.
Who?
It's not going to be him.
Oladipo?
So who's going to be the number one option?
Number one option. That's what I'm saying, bro. If they don't declare that, like Jimmy is an alpha, but like they need to find out who their number one option is. Is it Oladipo? Is it Jimmy? Regardless,
I don't expect nothing from Vic this year, man.
Huh?
I don't expect anything from Vic, man. I feel like
that's what I think. That's what I think the difference is because Lonzo is gonna be Zoe. Like Zoe is gonna be himself. Like he's gonna play winning basketball, winning plays. You got DeRozan that he's a mid-range guy and he
can finish games for you.
He can finish games. Zach is 3 levels and Booch is 3 levels basically. I mean, as a big. So it's like they got a lot of depth. I feel like I thought Bam was a little more, but now if I look at the matchup, I would probably lean towards Vucevic over Bam.
Oh,
matchup.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jimmy.
Well, no. Vucevic can't guard a share, man.
But who gonna guard Vucevic though? Bam can't do nothing with Vucevic down low.
Is Vucevic a bucket like that? Y'all think that?
Man, Vucevic gonna cook Bam Adebayo.
Vucevic should probably be like 29 or 10 and 4 or 5, like something like that. Like,
nope, I agree.
He got that. You know what I'm saying?
And Bam a great defender. He gonna give him problems, but man, Vucevic got a jump shot.
Yeah. Kyle Lowry would have problems with bigger guards.
Yeah.
You know, they got a long team. You know what I'm saying? They got Lonzo, DeRozan, and Levine.
Hey, this is honestly, if they meet up in the playoff series, this
Patrick
is where
Williams. That's a breakout guy.
I like Patrick Williams. He's a big deal. But this is where they lose the series. I feel like they play in the 7-game series. This is where they're going to lose the series. When Chicago's on offense, they're going to hunt Duncan Robinson because he can't guard a share. They're going to hunt him, go at him, and score every time.
But why they?
That's why they're going to lose the series.
Why they pay him like that?
He's one of the best shooters in the league. You can't find another shooter like that on the street. I get it, but he can't guard. B. All three. I'm not going to say it because Duncan Robinson seems like a good guy, but fuck it. I will say it. All three of us are better defenders than him.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, come on, dog. Like, I get it. I get why they resigned him because you can't find shooters like down the street. It's the same reason why Brooklyn brought back Joe Harris. You can't find shooters like that on the street. But by that same token, he's a liability on the other end.
Exactly. How long are you gonna leave him in, especially if he got to see like DeRozan or Levine, like they first steps.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stupid. And their athleticism. Like
they're
gonna have to hide him on Patrick Williams, and I'm not even sure if that's hiding at this point.
Patrick Williams
like
that thing. Put the ball on the floor.
That's post work. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, let's take it over to the H, man, before we get up out of here. You know, John Wall, he basically just declared the white flag in the H, and you know, a mutual agreement for them to find the best place for him. And excuse me, he gonna, you know, he's not gonna play the season with the Rockets, and they're looking for a move for him. So let me know what you think, where he'll end up, and then kind of let me know what you think. That's what that means for the Rockets moving forward.
Man, I don't know where he's gonna end up. I know why I want him. I want him here last year too. Cause man, boy, I see him and them young niggas running. He the one I want in Boston. Him at the point in Boston, man, with JB on one side, JT on the other side, like that's scary to me. You know what I'm saying? That's big buckets, that's big defense. He gonna pass that ball. I don't know if he can get that. I don't know if a deal makes sense.
Yeah,
but
the money he's making, and
yeah, he's too paid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them last year. I wanted them to trade him and Kemba straight up, but I'm like, they ain't gonna do it because John Wall ain't showed nobody nothing yet.
Yeah,
and Kemba wouldn't make sense in Houston, obviously. But I want John Wall gone because I tell you, I have an affinity for Kevin Porter Jr. Like that's my nigga fool. I can't wait to see him this season. I fucking hate the Rockets because they ownership, but I want to see. I'm watch Kevin Porter Jr. play every night if I can, and I just want to see him get loose. So John Wall got to go.
Yeah, I believe he will get very loose as well.
Sure.
So before I give my answer, I'll ask this. I struggled with this the whole summer, like watching him play. Is Kevin Porter Jr. a point guard or is he a 2 guard?
He a point guard.
B.
I think he's a combo guard. I really think he's a 2, but he's forming into a point guard. I feel like it's just like Harden. Like Harden wasn't a point guard until he had to be a point guard. And I know that people don't the comparison, the Harden, this and that, but kid put up 50 last year, man, in Utah. You know,
against the world champs. He had 50 against Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he found 10 assists in that game too. How you find 10 assists when you got 50 on your wrist? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing something.
You feel me?
You're doing something.
50 balls, for real. So I think that, you know, he could be most effective as a point guard, being a bigger point guard, a left-handed point guard, you know, can push the pace, can do a lot of different things. And I think it would be an easier transition for Jalen to come in playing the 2 guard, right?
Absolutely.
For him. And they, you know, they run the show that way. And really what I think that it kind of make Christian Wood maybe a little outcast, but I think that's good because he'll still put up numbers, but the expectations won't be so high for him. I feel like last year they wanted him to be end-all, do-all. He was hurt. I think Tice would be a good addition as far as, you know, on the defensive end and stuff like that. So I think they'll be watchable, but they're not gonna be in contention. But
defense, for sure.
You just got to make sure, you know, they keep the salary right. They keep their picks and use their picks, and you know, they really got to see what the landscape is of the league, and then that's gonna kind of
absolutely
then move.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. They might be able to sneak into the bottom of the play-in type shit, but I doubt it.
If some teams get hurt, I agree. If some teams get hurt, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Let me see. I think I got one more. So, who you think be an all-star first? LaMelo or John?
Still LaMelo or Ja?
Yeah.
LaMelo, because the people love LaMelo.
Yeah. Uh, I would say the people love Ja, but Ja has the daunting point guards of the West against him. Like
Yeah.
that's a little difference too. Like even for a while, like in the West, like even when you're supposed to get in, you still don't get in until 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like Dame was supposed to have been in there. D Book was out of there a year. He was supposed to be in. So in the West it's real muddy in the West. I think that I would like to see Anthony Edwards make an All-Star game, but even then, I think that's a long way away. I think he got maybe 2 to 3 more years before he even start getting in there because there's so many established guys that are gonna be there. Kawhi's healthy, PG's healthier. Even if Bron's still in the league, 3 years from now, he's perennial guy. Clay, Steph, these guys. So, you got so many established guys that are almost naturally shoe-ins in the West. It's definitely it's hard to get in there as a guard, man, for sure. For sure. Yeah, for sure, man. But that's gonna do it for this episode, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me, Bingo. I definitely appreciate you coming on, G. We're definitely gonna have y'all on once the season kick off, and we'll get into some more NBA stuff, man. But make sure you check out Controversial on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, Breaker, all audio and video platforms, man. And yeah, man. JD, I'll leave it to you and Bingo, and we out.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Sure, man. Appreciate y'all. We out.